are live from Los Angeles. I'm Jen Hale here with Skip Bayless.
What a weekend we had.
Shannon Sharpe.
What a weekend. Oh, really?
Supplies.
I thought it was parade day today. I thought we were going to have a parade downtown L.A. Is it for the Clippers?
Oh, number two got me too.
He got you too?
Oh, number two. He ain't wild
Hey,
fool. Wild fool with Kawhi.
Would you believe we have the audio tape of my reaction when I first heard this bombshell drop late Friday night here in Los Angeles? DJ dropped that track. That was me. Did you hear that? That was me.
Oh, you proud of yourself, huh?
Yeah, that was me. Way to go. Here we go.
Oh, that Kawhi pulled a fast one. So
He did.
He got him.
He did. He got you.
Might be a tough day for Shannon today. Let's get right to it, as painful as it is for my compadre. After days of anxious waiting, we now know Kawhi Leonard will be a Clipper. He's signing a 4-year max contract with the other LA team, choosing the Clippers over the Lakers or a return to Toronto. But that's not all. The Claw will go to battle next season with Paul George by his side. The Clippers surrendered a ton of assets to OKC to close this deal, including 5 first-round picks. Shannon, to rub a little salt in the wound, I'm sorry, but you did predict there was a 96.5% chance Kawhi was going to the Lakers. So take me back to Friday. How disappointed were you when you heard the news?
Of course I'm disappointed. Skip, I've said it from the very beginning. If the Lakers can open up a max slot, the only guy that's worth giving that max slot money to is Kawhi Leonard. And it seemed from all indication, from what we were hearing, basically it was a 2-team race. It was Toronto Raptors and the LA Lakers. And I thought the Lakers had the inside track, AD, LeBron James, him being in LA. It just seemed from all indications. And the only reason I said the Clippers were excluded, Skip, I could not see a scenario where they got a player to pair with him. I'm like, Dame Lillard is not leaving Portland. Giannis is not leaving Milwaukee. I'm going all over. I'm like, okay, big guy. Okay, who could he get that want to go to the Clippers? Paul George never registered on my radar for the simple fact, Skip, he had just signed a 4-year deal last year. So I'm like, well, he's out of options. He wants to go with someone.
I agree.
The only place he can go, if he's not going back to Toronto, he's going to the Lakers. And lo and behold, they're working behind the scenes, and they pulled this off. It's come to find what we know now, Skip. He had his mind made that he wanted to go to the Clippers only if they could get a second star. And he kept delaying. When everybody said, oh, he's going to make an announcement on Wednesday, it's going to be Thursday, it's going to be early Friday. What he was doing was allowing Jerry West to work behind the scenes to get this deal done. And they were able to pull it off. And I was out Friday, and another earthquake happened, Skip. But I think it was...
This was an even bigger one.
It was an even bigger one than the Thursday one.
Yep.
But the bigger shock was, the bigger quake was to come about 35 minutes later when breaking news, everything was stopped. Kawhi Leonard goes to signs with the Clippers. And then a minute later, Paul George is traded to the Clippers. I'm like, where did this come from? And then when you find out, Skip, what they had to give up to get Paul George, the Clippers, they gave up more to get Paul George than the Lakers gave up to get Anthony Davis.
Depending on how the picks turn out. But I got you.
Skip, you give up what? 4 unprotected, 1 protected, and 2 flips.
Swaps,
and Gallinari and
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
So that's about 6, 7 players. So I was surprised. I was very disappointed that they weren't able to pull this off. But I understand it. There's a lot of things that started working against the Lakers.
Yep.
I don't know what Magic hoped to accomplish by saying that I talked to Kawhi and he reached out to me. I don't understand. That was the first right there. Kawhi said, see, I can't trust you guys.
That is correct. Magic helped do in the team he so dearly loves.
He's like, I can't trust you guys.
Yep.
I give you one specific task. And the same thing with Toronto. He's like, how the hell they knew I was coming back? How did helicopters get up here? How all these people lined up? And the one team that kept hush-hush, nothing got out, not one peep, Skip, was the Clippers. Skip, I was shocked that they were able to pull this off. They gave up a lot. And in this day and time, with social media, all these insiders, nobody had anything, Skip. How were they able? The president can't even do anything without it getting out. How were they able to keep this hush-hush for 24, 48, 72 hours is unbeknownst to me. But I tell you what, Skip Bayless, the new sheriff, he doesn't say much, has his hair cornrowed, he has a ginormous hammer, and he swung it, and when he struck the ground, the earth moved.
Literally. Maybe that's why we had a second earthquake or third earthquake.
But to make a long story short, Skip, I'm a little disappointed, but all isn't lost. So what happened? Okay, so we didn't get Terrence, we didn't pay Terrence Ross $15 million for 3 years. We didn't get J.J. Redick $13.5 for 2 years.
Yep.
We got pretty much everything else. We got JaVale back, got Rondo, but we got Danny Green, signed Boogie Cousins to a very friendly deal. I'm not getting Kawhi, but getting these other pieces lessened some of the blow. But don't think I wasn't in my rooms, a sourpuss for a couple hours.
You were a sourpuss for a little while?
A couple hours.
I started to text you, but I...
No, you didn't. Don't text me, Skip. You know, you were...
So, I must admit, I left this show on Friday thinking, I give up. I give up. It's coming. Here it comes.
Yep.
We're going to have another big three this time in L.A. at Staples, and it's going to be the Lakers. It's going to be LeBron. It's going to be A.D., and it's going to be Shannon's new man, number 2. And I'm going to have to hear about this for a whole long year. And you laughed at me all day long on Friday, and I took it because I thought you were right, because I don't know. I just have to go by the media reports, and everybody was wrong. Everybody across the board. Nobody reported this.
No.
I did mention on Tuesday, I got to give my friend Brian Windhorst at ESPN this much. He did say he wants to be a Clipper, but then it seemed like it was impossible because after Jimmy Butler went to Miami, I thought that was the only other option that was viable, that was out there, but I didn't know he could pull this off. So, Friday night, I'm at my place with my wife and my little daughter, Hazel, our little Maltese, and the earth moves. Literally, it moved again. And it was such a big shake for my wife and her sister, Joyce, who's from New York. They're both from New York, so they haven't been through this. So Joyce lives away, not too far from us. So she comes over, and we're all saying, is it going to happen again? Is it going to happen again? And my household is literally upside down because all the pictures fell, and they think, are we going to get hit with another one?
Right.
So they can't go to sleep, and I'm trying to watch the Zion game, but then at halftime they say, Zion banged knees with somebody, he's out and might be gone for the rest of the Summer League, right?
Correct.
But I still have the game on, and I'm still trying to keep up with it. And then finally, I'm wearing out, and it seems like they're calming down enough, and I think, okay, that's it, because I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning. You get up early. We all get up early. And so I hadn't had a nap. And so I'm starting to look at 24 hours up. And I said, it's almost 11 o'clock. It's over. We got to stop this. We got to calm down and go to sleep. And I think, you know what? I'll just check the computer one more time. Boom! We went from earthquake to bombshell. And I just sat back. And when I first saw the headline, I thought it was a Laker headline. I did. I saw L.A. and I thought, oh, God, that's it. But then what? Paul George? What?
Yeah.
They got on red jerseys in their mock-ups? What?
I
Clippers.
thought it was a joke at first.
I didn't know what it was. And then the last laugh I got, because I just sat back and I said, he just did to the Lakers exactly what he did to my Spurs. He is number 2 and always will be number 2 to me, because in the end, he burned you just the way he burned me. He duped the Lakers, I believe, into really believing they had a shot at signing him. And they hung on and they hung on when all along, I think from the start, his heart was set on Clippers. So he took you, Lakers, and the media for one long ride. And it seemed endless. It was a hell of a ride. He played all of us like a fiddle. And in the end, I had to step back and applaud how brilliantly devious this guy was, because this is devious to me. What he did to my Spurs was devious. I'm going to say it one more time just for those who are newcomers to this. But he quit his way out of San Antonio because he exaggerated a thigh bruise into some sort of serious thigh injury, and he missed 73 games, and he was basically saying, I want out. Just get me out of here. Get me to L.A. And when they wouldn't trade him to Lakers or Clippers, I don't know if they tried both. Who knows what happened? They weren't going to do that anyway.
Right.
They shipped his butt up to Toronto. But it was going to be just 1 year, one stopover, because his heart was still set and his vision was focused on, I think, Clippers. So he bamboozled everybody, especially the Lakers. And I'm going to push back on one thing you said. And I'm going to give you this. The Lakers rallied nicely on Saturday. They did the best they could, although I thought they gave Danny Green maybe a little too much money at $15 million a year.
Well, the thing was the
Dallas
Mavericks
had him.
Yeah, the Mavericks had him, so you had to.
All right.
Because I thought 10 would have been perfect.
Okay, but in the big picture, when he finally stealth bombed you, you had to sit back and think, wait a second.